Going on? I am back with part two of the Road to 10K training challenge. Um, so yeah, today is Friday, so I did end up training today. But first things first, I'm gonna do a weekly recap, go over each day briefly, Monday through Friday, go over what trades I took, what trades I didn't take, what I could have done better. Uh, just all that, and then I'll go over my P&Ls on my accounts after. So yeah, let's just get right into Monday. I'm going to start off by saying that this week was not my week at all. Not even close to being my week. My worst week in like two months maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna go over each day real quick. So Monday, 9 a.m. So Monday, we did have very obvious longs. We swept hourly sell side to the left here. 9:30 Judas got momentum up, but there wasn't really any good IFVG entries. Wait, hold on. I need to fix my hair. What is that? Whatever. There weren't any good IFVG entries, but there were some displacement entries. Could have entered off this displacement or this displacement. What I wanted to see was this candle right here close before we swept this high. If this candle closed before sweeping this high, like right here, I would have taken this. But I don't like entering whenever we like take out a high. Like that's just it's just a little awkward. Because like this normally would be my break even point. So I would have rather entering down here off this displacement and this like CISD or order block, whatever you want to call that, to the upside. But I wanted to wait for one of these gaps to get inverse to enter, and then we did not get an entry. So just unfortunate. So that's pretty much the only possible trade on Monday, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we sort of just chop, do a whole bunch of nothing. So yeah, longs here were the best, just no good entries. So that was Monday, no trades. Let's head over to Tuesday. Tuesday 9:30. Okay, Tuesday. Tuesday was my worst mental day I have had in many months. But there's a very solid reason for it because my face is like itching. Because my class starts at 9:35. But and I'm usually there by like 9:27 to make sure like I'm ready for trading, make sure I know my bias and all that. But my teacher showed up late, so everyone's just in the hallway when I showed up, and then I had to like scramble, try to get my laptop out, try to pull up Top Step X, pretty much during market open. So I missed a setup that I would take. There was a 30-second long right here targeting equal highs right here on NQ. These are equals, and just trendline liquidity. It was 30-second long, literally off market open. Target 1 to 1, and then boom. But I missed it because I didn't have time to like pull out my laptop and draw up my risk and all that. So yeah, I missed it. It literally happened in one candle too. So it's unfortunate, I guess. But yeah, a little upset I missed that. And then we also got a short right after. I decided to stay out of this just because I didn't like it that much. I didn't really like the close. I didn't like we left relative equal highs. So I stayed out of this one. It did end up working, but even if I took this, I 100% would have gone break even. So can't really be mad about that. But then here, my emotions are still going crazy because I'm still thinking about this play that I should have won. Like I should have been up from that already. So I'm sort of feeding for a trade. And then we made almost like relative equal lows with an hourly low over to the left. You can't see. I'm not trying to go to hourly, but there's an hourly low to the left. We are clearly trending towards right here, maybe a little higher. And then boom, we go up right here, retrace. There's like a 5 minute gap here that we tapped into, react off the 5 minute gap with a clean 1 minute inverse with good momentum. So I entered here. Target was the hourly low. I risked very, very lightly because I knew this was not like a good trade at all. So I barely risked. I would normally risk like 500-600 on good trades, but here I literally risk like 150 or two. I think it's like 150 I risked. So that's how I know that I should never have been in this whenever I'm risking that lightly on a trade. But yeah, I took this, took a loss. And then yeah, I ended up getting hit after, but yeah, just a very dumb loss today. In an ideal world today, when my teacher's not late for class, I take this 30-second long off market open, hit a win, and then I'm done for the day. Um, but instead, yeah, I took that stupid loss. Very small loss though, so it's not that deep. Also, a very very good long right after we swept hourly low to the left that I would have taken, but I logged off since I knew I was not in the right mental space. So I don't regret logging off. It's just unfortunate that this really good setup happened whenever I knew I was in a bad mental space. So yeah. Then Wednesday, what happened Wednesday? Okay, yeah, Wednesday. No trades. I My bias played out perfectly. I wanted to see longs to these generated highs right here. There was a 3 minute entry here, but I wanted to wait for the 5 minute. But before we got the 5 minute close, we swept this high. But um, this was really the only good trade. It was a 3 minute inverse. But I'm low key glad I missed out on it because on MNQ I would have got stopped, but on NQ it didn't get stopped because MNQ is just like really weird with like wicks and stuff. Um, so yeah, I'm low key glad that I never ended up taking this. But this 3 minute long right here on this leg was the best trade on this day. You would have had to take it on NQ though if you wanted to win because MNQ is just like really weird for some reason. Um, but yeah, the reason I didn't take it because I was gonna wait for the 5 minute inverse, but before we got it, we already swept these highs, which would have been my break even point. So yeah, I stayed out there. Anything else happen? No, I don't think so. Let me go over to Thursday. Thursday. Okay, so Thursday. My bias played out. I was bearish. I was looking for shorts. We had nice trend line liquidity. There just wasn't any good setups like off market open. We just chop. And then here is the best setup that I almost took. We made trendline liquidity here. And then we also made equal lows. These are equal lows on NQ. And then we went up, tapped a 1 minute gap, then got a 30-second inverse in like one or two candles here. But I decided to stay out just because like we're very like far down. I would want to see like a retrace up and then like a 1 minute inverse, but we got just like a 30-second inverse way down here. But yeah, if I took this, I officially would have made 50R. So yeah, nah, realistically, I would have made like 1R because I would have taken profit like quickly. But yeah, this is definitely the best setup. 30-second inverse right there. Other than that, there was no trades that day. Then Friday, today, my worst day by far. Also today, I tried to enter an eval trade, but accidentally entered on my expresses. So I lost an extra like 100, I think. So yeah, that sucks. I lost an extra 100 today. But yeah, let me go over the trade. Oh, jeez, this actually pains me to look at. This is why I try not to trade Fridays. When I'm up on the week, I don't trade Fridays, or like, no, I should just not even trade Fridays in the first place. Because the amount of times I do this on Fridays has happened way too much where I just like take a really stupid trade because it feels like there's like no tomorrow almost. Like it feels like I'm forced to take a trade since it's the weekend, but like on a weekday, on like a Tuesday, and I see this setup the stupid setup that I took, I would be like, okay, who cares? There's tomorrow. This is just gonna be a cleaner setup tomorrow. Let's be patient. Like on Fridays, I think I just have this weird mindset that like there's no tomorrow. I need to take this setup now. Like I don't know. It's really weird. But I took this trade. It's the worst trade I've ever taken in my life. I can't even lie. Yeah, like you could just look at it like from afar and tell. That's how you know it's a really bad trade, when you could look at it from afar and just like see the chop that we're in and just how bad it is. This is the first time in months I've ever trusted an SMT2. I've literally stopped using SMTs for this reason, because I never know when they like our actual SMTs ain't gonna work, or they're fake SMTs and we're gonna end up going back down sweeping the low. But I took this 1 minute inversion long. We had these generated highs. We had an SMT with this low. This is literally the only reason I took this, because we had an SMT with this low. We had displacement up, so I assumed that the SMT was real. But yeah, I should have never taken this. I lost like half size. I lost like 300, and then I lost an extra 100 from accidentally entering, so I lost 400. So yeah, I could still make it back and more in one good win, but just so annoying, especially since today is like it's OPEC's day, something like that, and I did not know that. Pretty much today's like meant to be like a very bad price action choppy day. It's the third Friday of every month. I'm pretty sure something like that. I'm pretty sure Dodgy said that. But yeah, these days are just known for being so bad. And of course, this is the day where not only was it a Friday, which is my least favorite day of trade, it was like an OPEC Friday, which are the worst. So yeah, it was a very bad mental day for me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck since I'm doing this road 10K challenge thing. I'm gonna just be honest. I let people on social media like affect my trading. Like, I love Jackonomics, but seeing him like trade at 7 a.m., trade Asia, trade at 1 a.m., taking trades that like aren't even his model, it brainwashes me into thinking like it's okay to do that when he's profitable and I'm not. He did not get profitable by doing that. He got profitable by actually following his system. So I need to do that until I can learn my own discretion, like what he's doing right now. So yeah, I could take all the Asia trades, London trades I want whenever I'm profitable, but right now I just gotta stick to what I know, stick to basics, and keep it simple. But yeah, man, like never in a million years would I take this trade in this chop on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, like, or just whenever I'm not mentally chalked. Like today, I was just mentally chalked for some reason. I don't know. Like I should have just looked at this chop. Nah, I'm good. I'm not risking any money in this chop. Yeah, very stupid. Really don't know what I was doing. Like it'd be different if it was a good setup that I lost on, but like most of my losses are honestly just because I like want to take a trade. I feel like, but I usually don't. Like I go into every trading day expecting not to take a trade at all, but I don't know what happened today. That's why I literally like never trade. I like average like 2 trades a week, but yeah, whatever. So this stupid loss happened. What I learned from it: don't trust these cute little SMTs. 1, 2, whenever the 1 minute looks like this, don't trade. And then 3, don't trade Fridays, especially OPEC Fridays. So yeah, that's it. Then I did end up taking a trade right after off this displacement. This should have been my only trade today. This looks pretty similar to like my trade last Friday, I think. We actually swept the liquidity that I wanted swept and tapped the 15 and 5 minute gap below. Got a very bullish reaction with good momentum. I actually probably could have caught a 1-to-1, but I was shooting for the stars since I risked lightly. Since I already took a loss and I didn't want to like lose big today. But yeah, I got break even on this long here. But once again, in a perfect world, I never even look at this setup at all. And then I see this banger setup, enter it, stop loss here, take a 1-to-4. Okay, 1-to-4 is kind of crazy. Take a 1-to-1 at this high, then a win. Like in another world, I should be up today. I'm not even gonna lie. If today was like Wednesday or Thursday or Tuesday, I think I literally would be up because I would have ignored the setup in this chop, and then after sweeping this low, reacting off the gap, displacing up, I would have taken this and hit 1R. But yeah, no one to blame but myself. And yeah, we live and we learn. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the trading week for you. Let me go over, I guess I'll go over like P&Ls and stuff since we're doing this challenge thing. Also blew this eval today. Yeah, here my one account, I still have 1,500. So this is pretty much like I just lost. Like I'm like one trade in drawdown right now, so it's not that deep. My other account only has 400 left since this is the one that I requested payout 460, so not that bad. So one more trade left. As long as my next trade is a solid trade, I'm patient, get a nice win. I'm literally back. One A plus trade is all it takes, so I'm not tripping at all. Man, I'm just gonna be patient as always, and I'm probably going back to retire for Fridays because when I retire from Fridays, I always trade my best. I feel like, besides last Friday, low key, because last Friday I hit a banger. But besides that, less is more. So yeah, I'm literally just gonna be done on Fridays, especially if I'm already up. So yeah, these are P&Ls right now so far. I'll go over. Let me go to. Yeah, this is what we're looking like. So this isn't bad. My other 2 weeks were my other two winning weeks clear this losing week. So risk management is there, but just very stupid. Like this loss shouldn't even be a loss, and that today should even be a real day. So very unfortunate. Not even unfortunate, just me being stupid. What the heck? Let me get off of that. But yeah, just me being stupid. So yeah, is there anything else to go over, chat? 10K challenge. I mean, this might take a while. This might take a year to complete. This might take 3 months to complete. But I'm gonna post every week. But the thing is, I'm not even gonna think about this challenge at all. Like during like this week, I didn't even think about this challenge at all because I'm not trying to let like the money affect my trading. But yeah, at the end of the week, I'll make sure to still record videos of following up on it. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Unless anyone in the chat knows what else I could talk about. Chat, anything? Okay, well, I don't know what I'm saying. There's no chat. Yeah, it's gonna be the video. That's been the trading week. Pretty rough week. All it takes is one good trade next week. So we'll be back. Yeah, man, staying patient, staying disciplined. And I'm gonna be trained at my house rather than my college apartment, which I hate. So it should be better vibes, and hopefully my mental is better. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you wanna stay caught up with the Road to 10K challenge, Road to Profitability challenge, if you will, feel free to join my free Discord. Also, leave a like and subscribe to see my next videos. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Peace out.